Podcast starts at 19 seconds.
Welcome to a new episode of Fit the Description, a Black Men's podcast where various Black men come together to talk about life, society, entertainment, culture, news, and whatever else we want to talk about from various Black men's perspectives. I'm your host, G. Today we got Keith.
Hey, what's up?
And that's about it today, because today we are doing a two-man podcast, which is funny because this is something that we planned to do about 10 years ago. I guess you could say that was the beginning of Fit the Description. And, well, you know, we're going to do it now. So anyways, with that being said, make sure to check out the Clips channel, Fit the Description Clips, over there on YouTube, where you get clips of the podcast. Also, you could check us out on various different podcast platforms. And once again, like I said before, we actually, if you haven't heard the last two podcasts, I'll say it one more time on here, that we actually did leave the Wisdom app, because I guess you got to be a top creator to post on there now. We still got our stuff on there, but I basically left. So there's no more of us on the Wisdom. And outside of that, we're going to go ahead and get started.
Yeah. I'm
cool.
Sorry about that.
Oh, no, it's cool, man. Yeah, because today we're going to do the one thing I wanted to do, and I've been wanting to talk about, especially with the crap that I've been hearing, what I heard today. This podcast today is going to be nothing but sports. We're going to be spending at least an hour and 30 minutes talking about sports, what's going on with the NBA next season, basketball, because I have a lot of things to say about basketball right now, and even maybe a little bit of wrestling if we could get to it.
I was about to say, the only thing I probably know about shit, I don't really know about anything. I mean, the only thing I really know about is wrestling. Other than that, I've been playing the game too much, so I've been on starfield, and you 2K just dropped today, so I was like, of course he wants to do a podcast of all days, and 2K dropped, but okay.
Man, all y'all are getting me out for that, because James keeps getting me, because he's like, every single time I want to do a podcast in the last couple of days, it was on holidays, which, again, that was an accident, not by my choice. And now you're like, 2K dropped today, which I didn't even know that. But I okay, you know what? Before we even get into it, man, how is Starfield? Well, I mean, what can you tell us about that?
Starfield is great, man. Bethesda did the damn thing.
It's tight.
That game, I can honestly say that. Yeah, it's great. I love it. Yeah, no. So you're this. I mean, you can pick your person, but you're basically a constellation person, like a, what is it? God, I forgot the name. You're basically a person who goes around exploring planets, and you join up with this team. It's called the Constellation, and you need to find these artifacts. I think it's like 20 artifacts or whatever. And along the way, you obviously encounter multiple freelance job missions, bounty hunters. You can pretty much like do it all, man. You get to be a ship captain. You can steal ships. You can, I mean, just about anything you think of, you can loot just about everything. If it's not nailed down, you can take it. Everything from a pillow to a pillowcase to a pin. Like, you can just loot just about anything. Like, you think Fallout is bad? Play Starfield. It's cool, man. I made a Boba Fett Han Solo build, so it's pretty good. It's a really good game. If you like space and you grew up watching Star Trek, and the original Star Trek, like Captain Kirk Star Trek, this is the one for you.
So the one complaint I think I heard on the internet was there's like a lot of glitching in that. Like, is there like a lot of issues? Did you find anything, or is it like, if there is any?
I've been playing for I've been playing for a couple days now. I don't know how many hours, I've explored 16 planets, and they all look different, which is crazy to me because the only glitch I've had is one glitch so far, and that's when I switch from first person to third person. Um, when the first game, like, because I got early access, so when I did the early access the first day, maybe like 10, 11 hours into the game, it would like whenever I switch back to third person, I wouldn't have a head. So I turned off the game and I went to work and I came back and it doesn't do it anymore. So that was the only glitch I haven't had any glitches. I mean, I've seen some glitches online, but I haven't had nowhere near because I know dudes had to play 80 hours and ain't had one glitch. So, but
Okay.
that's the only one I've seen.
All right, cool. Well, then, yeah, nah, then
Like
yeah, thanks for letting me
Fallout has a
know.
lot of fucking glitches. Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah, I know. Cause I've been looking at my only issue is it's only for the Xbox. And I don't, you know me, I don't well, if I do get Xbox, it's gonna be like the last system I get.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing. So I don't know, like it's probably gonna be a while before I get to enjoy it because I'll be honest with you, the game I'm looking at, the next game I'm looking at getting, well, if I could ever get a new system, I'm looking at the Armor Core 6. That thing looks pretty tight to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Oh yeah, it's like this mech game where I guess you fly around in a robot and you do different missions, but it's getting a lot of really great reviews. So that's why I want to check it out.
Yeah, no, I was playing Final Fantasy 16 before this, and then I into Street Fighter 6, and those are pretty good games.
Really? Wait a minute, how's
Those are
Street
really
Fighter
good games.
6? I have not played that one yet.
Street Fighter 6, I fucking love it, dude. Like, if like I was telling my friend if Mortal Kombat doesn't have an open world, I'm sorry. Like, I mean, Mortal Kombat has always been more story driven, which is fine. But that Street Fighter 6 hits different.
Yeah.
That is fun as hell. You can just run around the city just beating people for no point of reason whatsoever. Like, it's actually a street fighter. Like, you go around the street, like you can find anybody from like like for instance, a guy can sell you food and you could be like, all right, bro, I want to fight. Oh, 80 on the street. I want to fight. It's fun as hell, man. And the custom izations of the uh dude or the person who you choose is like insane, man. I made a team to do it, but my guy, he looks exactly like Howie from Wanda. I was like, I just look like Howie. That's what I came out with. So it is what it is.
Yeah. No, like so that's one again I
Yeah,
want to get too is Street Fighter. So okay, who's your main?
yeah.
Who's your main? It's a Ken, Ryu, Guile. Who's your main?
I got a mixture of the main range you on the cover, and I got him and DJ and Chung Lee.
Okay.
So it's a mixture of those three.
Okay. So that's your character. Okay. Do you fight online or anything? Or you just play by yourself?
No, 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 no. I haven't. I'm not a big online type of guy,
Yeah.
especially when it comes games.
Yeah, especially when it comes to Street Fighter, yeah, because you probably get whooped fighting. Because I know I did when
Yeah,
I played.
no, yes, yeah, seriously, yeah.
Well,
You can get my touched.
so yeah, dude. I mean, those guys online be kicking my butt. But I guess the last thing I want to talk about is So have you been able to play 2K at all yet, or not yet?
Yeah, like I just got done with the whole park challenge and now running around the city, just exploring the city right now while I'm on the phone with you.
Okay. Yeah, because you see, I've only played 2K22. I actually have 2K23 ready to be downloaded. I just haven't downloaded it yet because I'm doing it from PlayStation Plus. But
Mhm.
okay. So what about 2K24? Is it better? What have they improved? Like, what's going on with it?
I mean, I know all year I've been on the whole Twitter bandwagon, digging in Mike Wang, all them dudes that are on there, man, and they fix a lot of things, man. Everything is earned. Like it's one of those, like, this year I can truly say that it's not like last year where you could just pick a demigod or have a bunch of badges automatically. Like, I will say that this year everything is earned, and it has to be consistently earned. Like, it's like in NBA, like if you hit a shooting spell, then you're not just going to be able to make threes every game. If you shoot 20 threes and you only make 6 of those, like, you're gonna be like, your badges are going to be taken away, but you have to earn your badges. It's like they give you badges, but like it depends on your style of play. So okay, like for instance, last year you could just unlock a shooting badge, and there you go. And you always have a shooting badge. Like, if you have enough attribute points, you can just unlock it, but you can't do that. So it's like they give you the shooting badge, but it's like, what if you're like, okay, I can't shoot yet because I'm not a good shooter. So you don't have that badge. I mean, it's a bronze badge. Like, but the badge is automatically bronze. And it's like, it's on you to keep that bronze or raise it up. So, okay, so if you make a guy with a 93 pointer and you just not hitting, then that badge ain't gonna or actually, let me say it like this. So if you make a guy with a 93 pointer, you play 10 games, and out of those 10 games, you are hitting because you have a good crew, a good squad, whatever the case may be. And you take this badge to gold. So now, let's say, tomorrow you hop on and you play and you're not shooting that good, and for 5 or 10 games, that badge drops because you're not doing what that badge requires. So you really have to pick and choose which, like, it molds to how you play. It's not, I'm just gonna have all these elite ass badges now and be OP. No, it molds to how you play. So
So
a lot
basically,
of
if you don't do what you're supposed to do, so like for example, if I'm like a point guard and all I do is shoot but never pass, my passing goes down. Or if I'm an outside guy
yeah,
and never go inside, my inside goes down.
exactly.
That doesn't mean that doesn't get annoying though. Like think about that. Like you
I
raised
mean,
up your
I mean, for a person like me, no, because I like how, like, I mean, I just feel like if that's your style of play, then like that's your style of play. It's like you shouldn't be able to do everything. So I feel like it's, if basically I'm a center and I go inside, I should always have like Hall of Fame fearless finisher because that's what I do. I should always have like free throws high, um, because that's what I do. Like, I get fouled. I should, um, um, I passing, it should always be high because I average 10 assists a game, and my rebound chaser should be high because I average 10 plus rebounds a game. It's like these, so it's like that's what I do. Like, I don't shoot like that, so it's like I shouldn't have shooting back. So it's like if I'm shooting, then like, okay, like my guy, he can shoot like he can shoot mid range and stuff, but it's like that's not my specialty. That's like a last resort. So it's like if those badges drop, then I don't care if they drop because that's not my specialty. Like dudes make these players and want everything tied, but it's like, okay, you you kind of have to scope to the game that you're playing. So if you're playing with a group of guys where, okay, I can't shoot this game, I can only pass. Okay, well, but like, okay, well, let me say this. It's not going to drop every game you play. That's why I said, like, if you play 10 games and like it might drop a little bit, it's not like it's gonna drop all the way back down to bronze. So
Okay.
let me say that, but it will drop over time if you don't do what you're good at. I'll put it to you like that.
Okay.
Like, I mean, you actually have to um you actually have to play and you actually have to like earn your play. So, and like I like that, I like how the city is much smaller compared to 2K23 because that city was just over encumbered with nothing, and everything is like condensed now. I mean, I can honestly say who don't got dudes just jacking up weird shots. I mean, it's a lot, man. I mean, I can truly say that it's not just like you're just not a guy just shooting up weird shots and fadeaways and and I like that. I mean, I can say I like that feeling of like just not a bunch of nonsense being done in these games, like in the rec or the park. It's like I usually hate the park, but you know, park was actually pretty fun. I did enjoy it. He and my cousin and his son are in the park, and we went on a 6-game winning streak. And I hate the park, and I never went on a 6-game winning streak. But like it was fair, it was even. I can truly say that like everybody ain't OP. And then like even if you are, it's like dudes aren't just jacking up weird shots. So
It ain't like the old years where like when you play, there'd be like a 99 team, they just blow it. Like if you're not 99, you can't compete.
yeah, no, it's not like that.
All right, all right. Well, before we move away from gaming and get straight into the main topic, I gotta ask one more thing. How do you feel about buying games now at $70 a game?
It doesn't bother me.
What? Oh, it bothers me a lot.
I mean, I mean, I got my friend. It's not like I don't have the money to do it. So, I mean, yes, if I didn't have the cash to actually buy these games, then I guess it will bother me. But it doesn't irritate me. I mean, is it expensive? Yeah, it's almost $100. But I mean, I'll put it to you like this: it depends on the game, because if a game is worth $70, then I don't mind paying for it. It's like 2K. I'm gonna play this all year, so it's worth that amount of $70, $100, or whatever. Like um, even though Starfield is free, it's like, I mean, it will be worth the $70. Like um uh Final Fantasy is a really good game. Now, is it worth $70? No. I'm not gonna say, but at the same time, I'm not a Final Fantasy fan either. So, you know, I mean, I, I've never really been that guy. But I can say I do like what they've done with Final Fantasy when it's not the strategy game anymore. It's actually like you can fight and, you know, you can control the player on how they fight and how they go about things. Like, I do enjoy that part of Fighter Fantasy. And it's a great story as well. So I will say that I do like the story.
Yeah, I will say, because I've known you for a while, yeah, you have never been a Final Fantasy fan. So the fact that you actually are liking it, that is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I could totally admit that. Like I said, I've been wanting to talk about sports for a while, man. Like I said, you're the only other dude on this podcast outside of B, but B couldn't come on. But you're the only one other dude on this podcast that can actually talk about sports. And the first thing I guess I got to get into it is, what do you think about? I guess the two big news is the James Harden and Damian Lillard situation. Wherever you want to start.
I'll start with the James Harden situation. Like, I mean, I really don't know too much of what's going on with James Harden. I just know, obviously, he wants to trade again or felt trade. Something happened. I'm not too for sure what exactly went down. Because, like I said, I haven't really been watching Sports Center for the factor of I mean, I usually watch First Take, but I don't like what First Take has been doing because it's kind of annoying. They're trying to transition out people and add people, and the people they have on there are boring as hell. Like, I mean, I'm a Stephen A. fan, and I always will be a Stephen A. fan, but you know, I'm not a big Max Keller guy or
I thought
anybody
he's
else.
gone.
Like, I mean,
I thought he's gone.
yeah, no, well, no, well, I'm about to egg my point right now. It's like
Okay.
I wasn't a big Max Keller fan or Skip Bayless fan or just a lot of these people who tried to have like if they're talking basketball, it's like you need to have basketball guys on there who know fucking basketball. But you know, NFL, they always have a lot of NFL guys on there, and then what they're doing with NBA today or whatever it's called now, it's like I'm not a big fan of Halika Andrews because she's a snake, so I'm not a big fan of her. So NBA is just hard to watch. So, you know, any NBA news is just really rough to watch because I can never actually watch it because I'm 100% annoyed with the people that are talking about it.
You know what? Let me because I want to share my own thoughts. That like I'll be honest with you, I haven't watched. I mean, I haven't watched I haven't watched ESPN in a while. But you're right. That's part of the problem that I find too is the people that they have on there is just not good anymore. Like they don't really have a lot of. Like I don't like the characters that they have on there, and like so they got rid of everybody who I like. Like however people feel about Jalen Rose, I don't think he should have been let go. I thought he was a really good guy on there. I'm not happy that they let him go. Some people, okay, maybe. I mean, I don't like losing Jeff Van Gundy. I did like him. He was pretty cool. I don't like losing Mark Jackson. Not really happy about that.
I mean, old guys were commentators. I mean, that really doesn't bother me as much as.
Hold on. Can you say that again? You're breaking up.
Oh no, I said that those guys were commentators, so it really doesn't bother me. Like Jalen Rose, yeah, but like Stan Van Gundy and Mark Jackson, I mean, they're commentators.
Yeah, okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
It doesn't really irritate me on if they got fired or quit or whatever. I don't care. But
Okay,
it's just like every day you need one. I would just hey, this and I'll let you finish. It's like you need a person that matches Stephen A's level. And I just feel like they put Shannon Sharp on there, and you know he's excessive. Like I'm not a fan of Shannon Sharp, but I know that shit is probably annoying as hell watching Stephen A and Shannon Sharp like go back and forth. Like you can't have two super texted
Hold on, you're breaking up again, man.
like
All right, hello?
hello.
All right, yeah,
Yeah.
that's better. That's way better.
Yeah, but
Yeah, we're
I
talking
don't
about.
think it's
Oh, go ahead.
I don't think it's going to go well with him and Stephen A. doing like I haven't seen that one episode of him and Shannon Sharp because I just think it's gonna be like cringy to watch, but that's just me though.
Yeah,
I just
no,
don't see it happening.
I agree. I'm not the biggest fan of Shannon Sharp. I mean, I don't hate Shannon Sharp. I mean, I'll put it like this: he grew on me after a while, but I'm not the
Mm.
biggest fan. To me, yeah, like number one, I'm not happy with everybody who they fired. I'm not a big fan of Malika Andrews at all either. I can honestly say that I'm just not a fan of her. Yeah, I just think ESPN has to be good and forever. Like, I don't even bother watching it because, yeah, I feel like they give a lot of bad taste and they want to talk about other things that has nothing to do with like the sport, whatever. So I'm just like,
Yeah.
man, I'm just kind of like burned out on ESPN. Like, I haven't watched ESPN for a couple of years now, man. Well, I would just say a couple of years. Yeah, I think today, 2023, I think the last time I watched ESPN was probably 2022, and that was for, I think, was the NBA Finals or NBA playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, I haven't watched ESPN forever outside of that. So because yeah, I'm just not fond of it. Like it's not good. You're right. First take has got a bad that, and again, they got rid of a lot of the good guys.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if you heard. I mean, I know it's a little bit off topic, but the rumor has it that they're about to go ahead and sell off ESPN pretty soon here.
Oh, Disney.
Yeah, that's the rumor I heard.
I mean, I don't deny it. You know, I believe a lot of companies are going to be hurting because of this strike. So, I mean, Disney is have to lose a lot when it comes to because I can truly say their TV shows because you know I watch all the Ahsokas and all the Marvel TV shows and stuff like Secret Invasion. It's absolutely terrible. So I mean, I can truly say that yeah, Disney bankrolled a lot of these TV shows, or sorry, not TV shows, but a lot of these Star Wars franchise, ESPN, and Marvel and stuff.
Yeah, well,
It's just not good. It's just not good at all.
Well, yeah, I mean ESPN right now. I mean, when I was looking it up, they're at a 10-year low. I mean, their stocks are like crashing, dude. I think the stocks right now are like I think it hit $79, and I think they said that's the lowest the stock has ever been within like since like 10 years ago.
And
So yeah, like
oh,
I'm not really surprised because from my like I said, from what I heard, the rumor has is that Disney's talking about trying to sell off a lot of stuff, and I guess one of the things that's really hurting them right now I haven't looked into it. I'm only hearing like touch of this is I guess a Hulu deal because I guess they're gonna have to pay a lot of money off of that deal too. That yeah, all that money is kind of like biting them in the ass. So from my understanding is that they're gonna go ahead and have to sell off a lot of some of their divisions.
mm,
So at least that's a rumor. I don't know how true that is, but that's just a rumor I've been hearing when I've been doing some research. So again, another rumor. I'm not sure how true this is, but I guess they said that's also part of the reason why they actually they fired a lot of those guys because they wanted to get rid of a lot of their bigger contracts, so it'll be more enticing if anybody wants to buy ESPN. Again, don't know how true that is, but it does make sense. I mean, if you look at their stocks, yeah, it makes sense. So now, with that being said, I guess we'll go back to the James Harden thing, and so I mean, I guess I could tell you from what I heard. Actually, no, I might be able to pull it up. Please restart your IM applications and media players install. Oh! Okay, never mind. I cannot share right now. I did not know that. Just so you know, I'm actually doing this on a new computer. I had to install it. For me to install, I'll have to close out this program, which I don't want to do right now. But it's fine. I'll just explain it.
okay.
Yeah. So, anyways, so basically, from what I see with the James Harden situation is that I guess he did a deal where like he took lower, but then that deal where they take a lower amount of money, but they'll take care of him after. So I guess they said,
Yeah.
I guess from what I remember, it was either that they were supposed to either give him a big contract or they promised to sign and trade him. And I guess Daryl Morley kind of went back on his word, and I guess it's not either going to sign him to a big contract and isn't going to trade him. So basically, James Harden came out and said that Daryl Morley is basically a liar. And he's like, I'll never play for the 76ers again. So now you got James Harden that's just sitting there on the bench. Well, not sitting on the bench, but it's over there saying that he'll never play with Daryl Morley again because he said he's a liar. And he did that in China, which is not surprising because I'm sure if you remember the Daryl Morley incident in Houston, a lot of people are saying that was planned by James Harden because they knew that Daryl Morley's not really liked in China. I know one of the biggest rumors is that they're talking about trying to trade James Harden to the Lakers, which I don't know how that's going to happen. I do like Ruri, the Japanese guy in the Lakers, and I really don't want to see him get traded. I think he's a good young guy for the Lakers.
Well, the Lakers did just pick up Christian Wood as a free agent, so.
Oh, I know.
I
That
mean,
was a good pickup.
It's not, like I said, that team is playoff bound 100%. At least LBJ has an help. So, I mean, I'm pretty happy about that.
Yeah, I saw that today. I said that's one of the best pickups that I've seen. Like, I don't know how they were able to pull that off, but that was a great pickup.
He was a free agent.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I thought it was a trade. Oh, yeah. No, I'm happy about that. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if they're going to hold on to him. I guess my question is, should the 76ers trade Harden? If they will trade him, where should they trade him to?
I mean, I feel like these NBA teams, I can truly say, like with the James Harden and Kyrie and KD and a lot of these guys who've been forced out of teams who have demolished their team to get these players and them haunted out. It's like, yeah, I get it. That's what's hurting Damian Lillard now. And actually, well, another thing that's hurting Damian Lillard is he said he wants to go to the Heat. He doesn't wait for any other team, which I love because I'm a Heat fan.
Of course.
But it kind of hurts. But at the same time, put the target on your back. It's like, so now you stated that you don't want to play, but or let's say on James Harden. James Harden, I mean, is a great offensive player, and yes, he needs a team that, like, he's a pop guy, so it's like he's gonna run the court and he's gonna get open and stuff like that, and he's gonna ISO like motherfuckers. So it's like he needs the ball in his hands, and I feel like with the Lakers, if you want to win a championship, it's like you got a lot of you need guys to make shots. That was the Lakers' issue last season. Is you need people who are going to make shots. That's the only thing that stopped the Lakers from making it to the finals. It's like they couldn't hit shots.
And you know what's funny? You know what's funny? Just talking on the Laker thing real quick, because I was talking to B about this. That the one time you needed Russell Westbrook, he wasn't there.
I mean, I just think everybody just pissed him off on the Laker franchise. Well, not the Laker franchise, but the fans. It's like they expected him to be a certain way, and that's just not Westbrook. It's like because he went to the Clippers and balled out. So, I mean, it's weird, man. I mean,
I've said it before. Well, I don't know if I said it to you, but I said it before that I said Russell Westbrook is a better fit on the Clippers than he was on the Lakers. The Lakers, he didn't fit. I didn't like when they picked him up in the first place. I hated that pickup. I thought that was one of the worst pickups that they did, and I was right. Like Russell Westbrook the way Westbrook plays, he doesn't work on that team. That's why I said he was a way better fit for the Clippers than he was on the Lakers. And yeah, although I will say this, like I said, the one time that they needed Russell Westbrook, they didn't have him. I mean, would I like to see James Harden play on the Lakers? I think that's probably his best chance to win. I mean, I'll say this, man. Kobe was right. I mean, he said it. He said James Harden, he ain't gonna play winning basketball. You know, that's not how you win.
I mean, but that's a lot of dudes in the league, though. I mean, I feel like the Clippers organization is like whoever thought that Paul George and Kawhi Leonard are going to be a good fit are just insane. Like, I don't care what nobody does. Like, that team, those two guys are, I mean, they're not terrible, but I feel like they're lazy as hell, personally.
No, I just think I think they just can't stay on the court. Every single time I watch a Clipper game, either Paul George is injured or Kawhi's injured.
Seriously, it's like you guys are paying all this money for these players that have been to the playoffs, and I mean, they just can't get it done. It's ridiculous.
Well, like I said,
I do.
Can you think? Marco, go ahead. I'll let you go. My bad.
Oh no, I'm just saying. I do feel like teams should go their separate ways and maybe only have one superstar per team. Because, like I tell people, I'm a Heat fan, and the Heat have been getting it done with not really a superstar for the last 3 years. Because Jimmy Butler isn't a superstar. He's an all-star, but he's not a superstar.
I think I would say last playoffs or what's the playoffs before when he went off.
The playoffs before,
yeah. When he went off, I'm like, I might have to give that title. The way he went off, I was like, holy crap.
Yeah.
I didn't know where that came from. That's the only reason why I would say, yeah, Jimmy Butler. The problem is, though, even when I watch the Heat, like I'll be watching the Heat games, and Jimmy Butler be like not on the court all the time either. I'm like, what the? I'm like, Jimmy Butler's like the heart of that team.
Yeah, but just like I always say, it's like you can't do it all. You know, you can't do everything, and the Heat need, and how they got rid of half all their damn shooters. So I mean, it's gonna be rough, man. If we don't get Dame, it's gonna be rough.
Yeah. And before we go to Dame, because that's where we're gonna have to go to next, I just want to say one more thing about the 76ers and G from the future. Quick correction. Whenever I say Joel Anthony, I meant Joel Embiid. I do not know why I said Anthony, but just wanted to make that correction. So let's get back to the podcast. Joel Anthony, because he's been making kind of comments like, do you think Joel Anthony is going to want to stay on the 76ers, or do you think he wants to leave?
I mean, he needs, like I said, he needs a point guard who's going to, like, who can space the floor, you know. He needs that guard. Like, he needs to go to, like, me, personally, I can see him in Memphis with Ja,
yeah.
even though Ja is an idiot. But I can see Ja, like, and because Ja isn't a shooter. So, and like Embiid is a shooter. So I can see that whole like Al Horford, Celtics type of play, like that inside outside point guard center type of play. He would be great on that team.
Well, I didn't think about that one, but I think you're right. I mean, I know the rumor has it that he talked about going to New York, but I think you're right. I think Memphis would be a good fit for him.
Yeah, I don't think what New York is. I mean, I don't know. Randall is dead weight. Jalen Brunson is like the best player on that team, and who would have thought that, right?
Yeah.
And like, I don't know. I just feel like teams don't stick with their guys. It's like, and the Heat have been rocking with their squad for 3 years, and it's like I feel like they still would have had the squad if the guys wouldn't have left. Like, they left. It's not like they traded them or nothing. they were free agents and they saw an opportunity to get paid more and they took it. I respect it. But it's like NBA teams don't take the time to stay with their team. And that's where teams like Nuggets have proved if you stay together for 5 years and grow and take the time to build your team instead of just being like, okay, it's 4 years and we haven't done anything and we've gotten close, but it's not working. It's just like with the Celtics. You trade your heart in Marcus Smart. You guys are idiots. Why would you trade Marcus Smart of all the people there? It's like that's the heart of your team. Like that just doesn't make any sense to me. Like
yeah, that's like when you traded Kendrick Perkins on the Celtics.
Yeah. It's like you just like teams just are so impatient. And it's like I feel like that's the biggest problem with today's NBA. It's like the Lakers are trying to put all these players around LeBron James, which is good. You know, he needs all the help he can get, but he needs shooters. He needs guys who are going to be aggressive. That's why I tell people, Austin Reeves, I love Austin Reeves. He proved that, dude, I'm going to take the game in my own hands.
I do like Austin Reeves. I can admit that.
Exactly. Like his rookie year, he proved that, hey, man, I mean, what the hell do I have to lose at the end of the day? Like I hate when players get on a team with a superstar and they don't want to play. It's like Tyrese Maxey with James Harden on the Sixers. Tyrese Maxey is a beast. He's like, I'm not passing you the ball, dude. If I'm open, I'm taking the shot. I don't care who you are. Like, I respect that. That's how it should be. Like, that's how you learn.
I mean,
but it's like I watch these dudes just give up the ball to Giannis and give up the ball to Jason Tatum, and I'm just like, bro, like you guys got 82 games to figure it out. Like, it doesn't matter what seeding you get. And the Heat lost a playing game and then won a playing game. They were literally the fucking 8th seed and they made it all the way to the finals.
Yep.
So it's like that. So like it doesn't matter what seeding you're in. Like I hate when teams are always like, "Oh, so we got to get home court advantage." That don't mean nothing if you have a good team.
Yeah, no, that's facts. But yeah, no, I definitely agree with you with the Celtics and the Marcus Smart trade. I think that was a bad trade. Again, I think, like I just said earlier, that was definitely a Kendrick Perkins kind of trade. I mean, although I do feel like the Celtics need to do something because I feel like they're really, really close. I mean, I don't know what happened to Tatum in the playoffs where he just did not come with it. That I don't know what happened with that. I do like
yeah.
I do like the Joel Anthony Memphis thing. The Lakers. Oh, that's what I was going to say. Lakers. Austin Reeves, man. But I could see Austin Reeves trying to become like a Laker lifer. Like he's always going to be like that role play. I mean, I don't know. I think he could probably become an all-star because he seems like he has that kind of work ethic. That's one thing I see in him. I see what I saw in Julius Randle before he left. Like I feel like he's a guy. I feel like he's a guy that's going to wind up becoming really, really good, and nobody's going to realize it. But I also feel like he seems like he's going to be loyal to the Lakers, so he might become a Laker lifer, you know?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I definitely like them pretty. I definitely like them. What do you think about the Phoenix Suns and what they're doing down there?
That is the dumbest thing you could have ever done. I feel like you guys on the bench now. I feel like Kevin Durant is a great player, and Bradley Beal. I was really hoping that he would go to the Lakers, or not the Lakers, but he would go to the Heat. But you know, you went over there, but you don't have a bench now. And Kevin Durant is injury prone, and Bradley Beal was injury prone too. So I'm just like, I don't know how that's even gonna work, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
You know, and then Aiden hates the coach. So actually, no, he's not even there no more. He ain't
He's
even there
not?
no more.
Did they trade him?
No. I mean, a coach, Monty Williams, got fired.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he did.
He ain't even there no more. So
Yeah, I don't know about that. I mean, I guess the only way I can really see that working is that you're going to probably let Bradley Beal come off the bench, which I doubt they're going to let him do, or he's going to want to do, because I think you're going to have too much firepower on the court. I don't know who. I don't know if they're done picking up people. I don't know who's going to be their point guard, because that team definitely is going to need a point guard.
yeah.
Like bad, and they don't get a solid point guard. I don't think they're going to do well. I don't think that's going to work. I think you do need a point guard. I mean, I guess, we're speaking about point guards. What about Chris Paul going to Golden State? What about that and what's going on over there?
I mean, that's just a cash grab. Like I said, I don't feel like Golden State will ever be what they used to be. So, I mean, I don't. They're never going to be like the top team in the West anymore to me personally. But that's just how I feel about Golden State. I don't feel like they're good, but as we saw, like that team kind of declined last season. So
I agree that they definitely declined last season, but I still feel like I feel like they could pull out one more championship. I do feel like Golden State has a chance to pull out at least one more championship. It depends on who they bring in. I didn't need to bring in some pieces, but I mean, I'm not sure how much I like about. I'm not sure. It makes sense, but I'm not sure how much I like Chris Paul being over there. That's kind of like, does Chris Paul is he mentally ready to come off the bench? Is he mentally ready to be that guy that comes off the bench and lead a second unit? Because he's at that point, but is he ready? But I think if he does, if he's willing to do that, I mean, yeah, I'd be Chris Paul. He's still good. I don't think. I mean, you can't get it twisted. Chris Paul is still a good player, but I feel like Golden State has enough more youth in them where I feel like they could pull off one more. But I got to see who they pick up. I think they trade not Wiseman, because they did get rid of Wiseman, which I didn't like that they got rid of Wiseman, because I didn't like Wiseman. But who did they just get rid of? They got rid of.
I know they traded a lot of people.
Yeah, Poole. They got rid of Poole, which that like when Poole got traded, I mean he brought up all that drama with whatchamacallit, with oh god, I can't think of his name. Draymond Green. Yep. He started talking again as soon as he left. But
but he's on the Wizards too, though, and it's like, bro, like you're talking mad shit, but sorry, bro, you think that the Wizards are gonna do something. It's like, I mean, he had a better chance on the Wizards. Sorry, not on the Wizards, on the Warriors.
I
but
agree.
I mean, I get it.
Yeah, like I get it. I get where it's coming from.
I don't, because you can't say shit after. You can't talk big shit once you leave. I'm sorry. Like, if you didn't have anything to say about when he literally cold cocks you in the face, it's like, don't talk big game after. I mean, I get that you're on a team, but it's not like Draymond Green didn't have a lot to say. So, and it's not like Jordan Poole was like a scrub. He's a good dude. Like, he was a good player. So I'm never gonna sit here and be like, oh, well, you didn't have no right to talk because he wasn't doing nothing anyway. No, he's a good player.
I get it, because again, you don't want to do anything to disrupt the team or the chemistry, So it's like,
okay, but Draymond Green already did that, though. It's like he already achieved that. I mean, I hate when people say that about Jordan Poole. It's like, oh, well, he had to be a bigger man. And I said, no, Draymond Green already screwed up that chemistry. And Jordan Poole was hot and he was playing good. And next thing you know, he get cold cocked in the face. And yes, okay, he got a player extension, but that was just to shut him up. And it's like he took his cash and dipped.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I feel bad for the dude. I mean, I really do, because I'm
Yeah.
just like, that was hella uncalled for. Like, I mean, like I said, I don't know what was said, but for him to literally punch him and sweep him and then grab him, nah, I don't know about that, bro. That's a
Yeah.
lot.
And
Like, I
whoever.
don't know what could have been said. I don't know what could have been said. Like,
No. And I'm gonna be honest, whoever leaked that phone call, I hope that person goes through a lawsuit because I was sue if I read Golden State, I was fine that dude would sue the shit out of him.
yeah, I mean, TMZ paid good money for that video. I know
Yeah, because man,
that.
because I mean, it's one thing if
That
it
one,
happened. Go ahead, my fault.
that one was perfectly shot. And then, like I always tell people, I'm like, how do you even know that something's gonna happen? I guess you would have had to already have been recording it, but to like call like, because TMZ said like we're the first one who has this story, and they broke the story, and I'm just like, God, dude, that's crazy to me.
Yeah, that's pretty. That's pretty. I mean, I think like I said, it's worse than like it got out. Like that's the thing. Like I mean, because I mean, I could definitely believe. I mean, there's plenty of stories that we hear now about NBA players getting into fights and stuff. But the problem is that shit got out, and that was the problem. Like that
Yeah.
shit should have never got out. Like that was bad, man. That was a bad look. I mean, I don't know. I get what you're saying, but I also kind of understand where it's like, like you say, he had to take his money and shut up because it's like I don't want to. I mean, I get what you're saying. How Draymond Green kind of messed with the chemistry, but I do understand where it's like you don't want to make the situation worse, especially if you have a chance to win a championship. There's no point in me creating all this drama. So I
Yeah.
rather shut up. I mean, I put it like this. I'd rather be in that situation than Scottie Pippen's son, what's called Scottie Pippen Jr. and the other dude in that situation.
Oh,
You know,
I don't know
about what you call it, the dude who dated Scottie Pippen's son's mom. He wanted to get traded to the Lakers. They want him having to play with each other.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that to me it was a way worse situation because when that dropped, from my understanding, at least from the reports I read, that dude he went straight to the Lakers and was trying to get out to try to get a trade and get out of there. I'm like, yep. I mean, granted, he was in the G League, so he probably was never going to see him. But yeah, that situation was way worse to me. Like I would.
Well, I mean, nothing is worse than my former teammate's son dating like I watched this kid grow up, and now he's dating my ex-wife. Like nothing is worse than that. Nothing. I'm sorry. Like Scottie Pippen has to watch a kid that he watched grow up, literally from being born until now. That means that your wife was technically around this kid, and now like she actually watched him grow up. Like that's crazy.
Hold on. For what I heard, again, this is rumors. Everything I'm saying right now is rumors. But from what I've heard, Scottie Pippen is laughing his ass off and is totally happy that his ex-wife is dating Michael Jordan's son.
Well, I would say the only reason why he would be happy is basically if they get married, then he doesn't have to pay alimony anymore.
Well, no, it's not that. It's not that because the reports have it. They're saying Michael Jordan is not happy about his son dating. He's not happy that his son's trying to marry her or is going to marry her.
Oh no. I mean, I wouldn't expect any father to, especially because he knows how she is. I mean, I would imagine that he knows how she is. So, I mean, no father is going to want, their son to be dating a gold digger at the end of the day. So, I mean, I could agree with that. But, I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't be that mad, especially after everything that Scottie Pippen's been saying about Michael Jordan. I'll be like, that's why my son is taking down your ex-wife and you still paying for her house. So, I mean, honestly, it'll be like a 60-40 thing in my book, at least, personal.
Yeah. I mean, me personally, I don't know. I think it just depends on how you see it. I mean, what is it? Again, this isn't my words, but somebody explained it the best where it's like, you know, he knew what kind of woman that she was, and he has so much hostility to Michael Jordan today now. Like he has so much hostility now to Michael Jordan that the fact that Michael Jordan now has to live with the fact that his son is dating his ex-wife and he knows how she is. From my understanding, he's happy as heck. And I'm like, hey, because he knows. From my side, the fact that he knows Michael Jordan hates that crap. Oh man.
I mean, like I said, I don't know. His son is super grown. I can see if his son was like in his 20s or something. And then who cares? But his son is like 36 years old, so it's not like his son is a young man. No, his son's a grown ass man. So I mean, I get what you're saying, but he can say whatever he wants to say. But Scottie Pippen has had to out there go fuck Future and all kind of niggas. So I'm sorry, no. And you can't tell me that it's worse to see your ex-wife, it's worth to see your son with a baddie than it is see your ex-wife with multiple guys and now your former teammates that basically drug you through every champion. Like basically you wouldn't have anything if it wasn't for this man. So I don't know. I can't agree with that.
I mean, on the other side of that, just for argument's sake, I mean, because you got a son. I mean, you guys think about that. You're watching your son at 36 marrying a woman, like you said, that was going around and messing with Future and all that stuff, who's about 10 years older than your son. If I remember, I think she's like 10 years older than him. And your son is about to wipe her up.
Yeah, it would not bother me in the slightest.
All right, fair enough.
Because like I said, if I was in Michael Jordan's shoes, it wouldn't bother me in the slightest. It would make me happy. Because, like I said before, you've been talking big shit, so you reap what you sow. Like I said, you still have to pay for her house. You still got to pay for all of them kids. It's like it's
no,
like
actually, I don't know. That's wait. Is he paying alimony?
Yeah.
No,
still have to pay her alimony.
Okay, we see. From my understanding, I don't know how because I don't know how the laws work, but from my understanding, if she gets married, to another man, that ends. From my understanding, I don't know how it is. I know.
No. I'm saying that yes, that's what I just said. Like yes, he's probably happy because once they get married, he don't got to pay alimony. I know. I just said that, but I'm saying for the time being, you still have to pay alimony. Like, and you still have kids with her that are basically under the age of 18. You don't never stop paying child support until they get to be 18.
Yeah, that's true. Well, unless he has custody of the kids.
Huh?
Unless he has custody.
No, he ain't got no fucking. He does not have full custody. I don't even put that bullshit in either. He's a fucking shitty NBA father, just like all the other shitty NBA fathers. They ain't got no fucking full custody. I'm just saying, Scottie Pippen, yeah. I don't know. Like I said before, I mean, we've already had this conversation about thoughts or whatever. It's like, I mean, that shit is going to have a past and before you. It's like just because she used to get dick down, like what does that have to do with you? I mean, I don't know. Like if you're trying to find a girl that's untainted and as hot as her, no, it's gonna be impossible. Good luck.
All right. I won't go back into that argument. Like I said, if you guys want to hear that entire conversation, check out episode 57. And you can hear that entire argument go off. But But all right. I mean, I agree with that somewhat. I mean, I have a couple of different things, but again, if you want to hear my thoughts, episode 57. There you go. There you go. You over there dying? I'm over here having an allergy attack. I don't know what's going on.
Oh shit.
I think this is what, the second podcast in a row we just have an unfit crew.
Yeah, man. The kids were at school like a week or two ago, and then they got sick a week later, and now I'm feeling the fucking effects 2 weeks later.
I'll be honest with you, that's the one thing that makes me fear having kids. Because I hear that from all y'all dads on this podcast. When your kids go back to school, and do you wind up with that issue?
Honestly,
No. I had to blow my nose too. I did. Like I said, man, this is the second podcast in a row where we just have the unfit crew. Last podcast, Adam was sick. I was having an allergy attack, and then James had low energy. Now this podcast, you over there coughing and hagging because you're getting over a cold, and I still got my allergy problem. Like I said, this is the second podcast in a row where I just nobody's healthy. Mind you, with that being said, I just have allergies. I'm not actually sick, which I'm grateful for, but
yeah, no, I feel you.
Man.
Oh shit. Merry Christmas. Let's go. God damn.
Yeah. So anyway,
God